Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks. This is the DW86, a quite modified A86 Corolla. You've probably seen we're up against it a little bit with getting the car ready for its first outing in 3.5 years. We are doing an event on Monday. It's currently 3:30 on Friday. Lots still needs doing, so this is basically me tying up everything, getting the suspension set up, all the panels back on, all that sort of stuff, and yeah, this will be it. And then the next time, hopefully you'll see us ripping. Before you do any alignment or measurements at all, you need to simulate body weight. And to simulate a fill, you need quite a lot of weight. That's a fill. Maybe 2 kilograms shy. That'd be my legs. That'd be my fat gut. So I'd love to film exact detail of how I set up a car. It's just not possible in the time that I've got. So just very quickly, what I do with this is first check absolute level of the ramp. Most importantly, left and right, but also fore and aft. So once you're absolutely sure that this is sitting on its locks at 100% level, then you can measure your datum points. Well, they're called datum points on a posh car. For this, I use a level that I don't trust, and I use that as just as a straight edge. Then I use a spirit level that I do trust. You can see there, and then I measure to. Oh, it's so dark, you're not going to be able to see. But anyway, I measure to the lower arm mounting bolts in exactly the centre. Make sure that they're the same, left and right. So I've already done that. These are 111mm on this side and 110mm on that. It doesn't really mean anything at this stage, but it's good to start with a level car. I've done the front as well, which is a lot more difficult to get the spirit level between the tyres. Measuring to the same point on the rod end. I just use the lower suspension mounting points because it's a smashed up drift car basically. If it was a GT3, you'd absolutely trust the chassis to be 100% straight. I've measured both of my GT3s and they're within less than half a mil, completely the same left and right. But yeah, with this you just got to choose your point, and for me that's the lower arm inboard mounting points because it's a good point to set it up from. So this wheel is lower, which is not surprising. If you look at the fitment there, it's a little bit too low, and I haven't really got the clearance there that I need. But yeah, obviously I've got the simulated driver weight in the car. Now I'm going to get the corner scales underneath it, and I'm going to corner balance it basically, which will probably mean jacking up one side so it looks horrific, and the other side will look tucked. But yeah, that's just the way it is often. So I'll just get on with that and show you where we end up. So that's it, set up on the corner scales. And we've got a little bit of help today. Say hi, Hannah. Baxter? Baxter? Say hi. You're helping Daddy do his corner weights. Oh, you got your calculator ready, wicked. So, here it is. So it weighs 1338 with a 100 kilo driver in it. Cross weights are off, 47%. I'm just going to lower the right rear a little bit, even though measuring from datum points they're almost exactly perfect, 1mm difference. It's going to look a little bit wonky, but I need to take some weight off this or put weight on that ideally, but that will do essentially the same thing. So we're going to do that quickly. Okay, and needed a bit more camber, and I don't have adjustable top mounts on this because they're very custom. I've just ovaled out the upper hole on the McPherson mount here, and the boy's still helping me. And the girl's watching copyright infringement, Peppa Pig. Okay, we got nearly perfect 50-50 on the cross weights there. So you basically add up that one and that one, that's what the arrows are. And then you can show that. And that one and that one. So pretty happy with that. It's not time to get too excited because we haven't done an alignment yet. And if you have even a slight amount of difference in toe or camber between the front right and left wheels, it'll make a big difference to the corner balance here. So I'm going to do the alignment now and keep an eye on this as I do it as well. 6 music, keeping me motivated as well. Okay, pretty happy with that. That's the cross weights there. That's the alignment, which you can ignore the caster on this one. For some reason on this machine, when we change caster, it doesn't register it properly, so it is actually closer to that number. Rear, I didn't really have to touch at all, not that there's too much to adjust other than the length of the bottom arms, but really happy with that. Thrust angles less than, well, it's 2 minutes basically, which is a fraction. So yeah, very happy with that. There's, you know, it's not absolute gospel. If you took this off the ramp and put it straight back on again, it would be slightly different numbers, but having done this quite a few times in my lifetime, I'm very happy with that as my starting point. We usually end up tweaking stuff at the track a little bit, which is just sort of half turns on the, or you know, fractions of a hex on the toe to change the toe out. If it's hitting the chassis rail particularly, which it usually does. And all I've got to do now is reconnect the rear anti-roll bar, adjust the link so that's level before I take this off the ramp. I deffed off the last 6 odd hours that I did here yesterday being Saturday, absolutely exhausted, but the car, as best as I can tell, is ready. Got everything I needed to sorted on it. Today is Sunday, and look who's here.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in, Jay. Well, I know you're coming in anyway.
I was going to get it.
So yeah, we got big things. Jay's going for a drive.
At last.
Because the other day you were going to, but then it rained and the thought.
And I didn't have any tax.
Ah, yes.
And I didn't have a logbook at work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we're going to give this a rinse, and then yeah, I'm going to get the 86 on the trailer. We've just spent. You have to forgive me, I'm super knackered. We just spent probably about 2 hours loading up the van and trying to remember what tools we need and all sorts of stuff like that. I guarantee you we won't have what we need. But anyway, let's crack on with getting this thing on the trailer. We need to check the oil level. I have taken some out because we know it had too much in it. It's currently not showing on the sight gauge on the tank, but what happens with this is when you leave it, it all drains back, or a lot of it drains back into the pan. So until we fire it up and make some noise, we don't actually know what the level is.
Oh, I think I'm prepared for this.
Yeah, you need some ear defenders.
Maybe.
Actually, the also with dry sumps, obviously you need to measure it when it's warm, over 80 degrees ideally. So I don't know, do we want to get this warm again?
Not really. Not in here. No one's going to take it outside.
I'd rather not spray oil out the overflow everywhere, but...
No, it's much easier to take oil out on the ramp than it is lying on the floor. got some gears at least. And reverse. Hopefully that's a good turn off. Take it that wasn't a planned turn off.
I just, I've got my helmet in here and it just hit the cut off.
Oh right, cool.
And I've got no seatbelt on as well.
Right. It sounds good though.
It sounds alright, considering that's like 3,000 RPM.
Yeah. Hey, so
Strong.
right, what are we doing then?
Back in, get it on the trailer. Don't need this. Tool tray.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Craig.
Sweet. Wow. Stay there, please. Let's just roll back and I'm just there.
I don't think it hurt. It's still, you know, in front of the axle.
Yeah, it should be. We'll measure it properly later.
Yeah,
Oh man, that looks good. It looks quite shiny.
It is?
Yeah, I mean, well, unless you get too close, but yeah, it's oh, I'm very happy with how it looks. I do miss this thing, and I'm hoping that the rear axle stuff that I've done means it's a bit more, I don't want to say enjoyable, because it's always been enjoyable to drive, but terrifying enjoyable. I'm hoping that this kind of allows me to place the car a little bit better where I want it to be. But yeah, that'll about do it from us here at Driftworks on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Sunday, I don't know. That's drifting for you, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, tomorrow morning we've got to get up, we've got to leave at like 6, so bit of a big day tomorrow. There's not actually loads of track time at these Drift Pro things, but it is it's a proper track, it's Donington, so I'm really looking forward to driving it. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video as always. Please forgive my tiredness and sporadic filming when I can. But yeah, I've kind of done my best to show you some of the journey of what it takes to get this thing ready for an event basically after 3.5 years. Couldn't have done it without Craig, couldn't have done it without Jay. Big thanks to them and all the people that have helped us with parts along the way as well. Very much appreciated. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Hopefully it will be a good event for us tomorrow and we can report on that. If not, you won't see anything. Catch you later.